Is everybody feeling good? Was that useful for you? Yes? Yes? All right. So I like to share my screen because I want to see. I always say, I talk, but I think the best sometimes is to hear it from other people that have experience, and also to, screen sharing. Yes. All right. So I like to share my screen because I want to see. I always say, I talk, but I think the best sometimes is to hear it from other people that have experience, and also to. What happened here?
So we've gone live on, can you hear me?
Yes.
We've gone live on YouTube, so we can get a bit more people coming on. So everyone on YouTube watching us, welcome. Okay. And that's what you're hearing. I just had to mute the audio on that. Thanks, Alex. It's been really amazing listening to you. Please go on.
Yeah, I wanted to share some experience from other entrepreneurs so that you hear some of the stories that I had, some of those hang-ups that were not so clear for them, and how it, developed after doing this subconscious work, like you've asked, Reina. So if I could share a very short video, can I do that, Heleniq?
Yeah. Yeah, you should be able to share.
So, gonna do this. Share. And we're gonna go.
I noticed that my masculine and feminine sides
Can you hear?
were off balance. And this was affecting not just my money, but all areas of my life.
Sizes to do lots of historical stuff around my money stories.
And there was an imbalance of this ebb and flow. And this was affecting my bank account. It was affecting the way I loved others. And the second thing that I was getting triggered with was trust. So I definitely knew that those were the things that I needed to heal.
It was interesting because that's kind of was stacking up all that money story around my relationship, around relationships, and how, because of my relationship with money, when I'm on my own, I seem to be able to make money, and then when I'm with someone, it seemed like there was something going on with me around money when I'm in a relationship, if you see what I mean. So you have to deal with money together in a relationship, right? So as a woman, I found there were also some resentments around money disputes, which I'd forgotten. Now, this is interesting. I'm a theta healer, and I never thought to actually look at all of that. So that was extraordinary to actually be confronted with and face that head on with Alex. So day by day, Alex led a plan on Alex's back for holding me to account every day. Also, lovely messages every day on to keep me going and to inspire me. Every time I was confronted, I was able to contact her. That's actually a big ask for the amount of money I paid. So actually extraordinary. Now, what's come out of all of that is yesterday, I actually got a free gift. I got a book from an acting student of mine. I couldn't believe it. And yesterday, I always got access to a £200 course free with this guy who's performed at the Globe. So I'm going to look at some sonnets and Shakespeare. Couldn't believe that those two came out of nowhere. On the week of the course, I did start getting money in from my online theatre classes, and it was quite effortless. Everyone just put it in without resisting and without me having to chase up. And also I got a few films come in. So I've actually been really busy since the course, so be careful what you ask for.
I wanted to say a few words about working with Alex. and why I chose her. I only watched one of her lives and I completely fell in love with her energy, and I knew instinctively that she was the guide for me at this time. She has a wonderful grounding energy. She's so caring and she's very powerful too, and that really came across in our sessions together. I felt really heard, I felt really seen, and I love the way that she celebrates. She goes above and beyond, especially when you're really struggling through maybe a big shadow that you're trying to work through. She really listens and she really helps you pull through to the other side. And after working with her, I've had some big achievements. One of my posts generated over 35 leads for me from one marketing post, and I made my first high ticket sale. So it's been amazing working with her, and I just wanted to say thank you, Alex. I love and appreciate you very much. And
so when I worked with Alex, it was absolutely amazing. She, in her space, I feel just so loved and safe, and it's such a deep soul connection. She's such a genuine person, and she just blew me away with the things that she did for me. I feel like I manifested Alex into my life because at this point in my life, I really needed her. I needed that shift to occur so that I can get to the next level in my life and manifest my dreams and have access to this unlimited abundance that's waiting for me.
if you're thinking about working with her, I would definitely go for it. She is definitely an angel. Thank you.
I love to share these success stories because it gives you an idea. First of all, whatever you're going through, you're never alone. You know, we all have our struggles, we all have our dreams. And most importantly, we can all get to the next level of the dreams, right? So whatever you're dreaming, I say to the clients, dream bigger because you can do this. And truly, well, you've heard it. There are many, many success stories, even though, you know, they all come with different ideas, different blocks, different, you know, their reality is different. One was an actress, one was a coach, and another one is a spiritual mentor. So, you know, different walks of life, but ultimately, you know, we all have stories when it comes to wealth. And here we are. So any questions, let me know.
I have another quick question, Alex, about the way that you come to the number, just to be clear, because I was busy doing the live stream there. So when you divide the numbers, you told us to score different areas of life, yes, and then you circle the ones that you think are most important, or the ones that you feel are most
You circle, if you're thinking about wealth consciousness, you circle the one that for you are wealth. So for me, spending time in nature is I take that into account for wealth, okay. Health. But some people may not, right? Or creativity. For me, that's wealth as well. Some people may not. So first you circle those ones, and then you make the average.
I see. And you just divide by however many you told us to score it by.
Yes.
Got it. Thank you.
Replace. The third as was replaced with empowering beliefs. Yeah. So never leave a blank, because otherwise you're going to get more of the old. Recognize, remove, replace. So the offer I've got for you, I'm going to tell you a little bit more, which is what these three ladies did. It's a 1-week intensive to really get you to the next level. How do we do that? Again, by recognizing what's on the way, removing what's on the way. Obviously, not your whole life, not all your stories. It's 1 week intensive, and then replace it with something empowering. And the way that program works, we start with a one-to-one, really digging what's in the way. And then I've got a 7 days program where every day you've got I call it work play, you've got a task, and we communicate very, very closely. And this is why Teresa said every day, very close support, very close message. Because the one thing that I always say is when you do this work, you're going to purge. I.e., when you take stuff off, it might be painful. Like when I clear my basement, do I want to keep this that belonged to my husband? Yes or no? Do I want to keep this, that I've been there for, I don't know, 10 years? Or do I want to get rid of the first prom from my kids? There is some pain there. You gotta, it doesn't come with just, hey, love and light and joy. When you do this work, it's painful. Things can come up. And this is why I said to Reina, don't do it alone. Because when things come up in this program, at least I'm available 24/7. You say, I'm feeling stuck, I'm feeling angry. I had a discussion, this is what Teresa was mentioning, with her husband. Things kept coming up and she realized, hold on, why am I doing a lot better economically when I'm alone than when I'm with my husband? We had to look into that. We had to heal, right? Otherwise, she would have got divorced. So this is why it's important for me to offer that as a container where I'm there with you pretty much all the time. And once you get things out of the way, this is when you can truly then embody the next level. Like this lady said, 35 leads in one post, that transmute into money ultimately. Another lady, she was in another journey in her business, but after that 1 week, she had 15 enrollment and she's charging £3,000 for a program. So, after a week to get 15 clients at £3,000, I'm signing up for that, right? So it all depends on where you're at and again, what you want to generate. But if you're interested, the offer is there for you until tomorrow. Any questions before? Wealth consciousness in more than one path. What do you mean by that? Elena, you may mute yourself. I think it's fine.
Hi, thanks, Alex. Basically, you mentioned earlier that it's about channeling into one path, one place, the energy. And I'm just wondering, like myself as a holistic therapist, I've got a lot of different passions. So would all that have to come into one, or have you had clients before where they've had more than one path to focus on?
It depends as happy you are with the results, right? So if you feel wobbly, then I would say maybe that's something you want to look at.
Okay.
If you feel really strong and grounded and happy, then it's possible. Yes.
Great. Thank you.
Totally. But it may be that you start from one and you expand. You just always want to feel secure and grounded.
Yes, exactly.
In a place. And then you can shoot wherever you want to be, right? But always keep your body, your happiness as a GPS. Ultimately, wealth is happiness. That's the way I see it. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any more questions, ladies? Tell me if you liked it. Did you enjoy? Did you learn something new? Was it inspiring? Was it boring? What did you think? I don't think it was boring, but so good, said Reina. Thank you, my love. Thank you.
I want to just congratulate you, Alex, on doing something that I think a lot of money coaches or financial gurus don't do so well, which is explain. You did something amazing in explaining how important it is to fill the gap after you take away the belief or the limiting identity or whatever it is that you've uncovered, because I think that part is so important. It reminds me of this very interesting thing I heard Dr. DeMartini say once about this law in space by a man called Dr. Parkinson, who discovered, and maybe you know this, that's why you say it, but I'm just sharing it with the ladies as well, where, it was discovered that whenever there's an empty space in in the sky, in the universe, it gets filled with negatively charged atoms. And I always use that when I work with my clients a lot, when they are in a space of nothingness or in the void or really struggling in that place of everything and nothing at the same time. And how important it is to really put an intention on your mind and take it somewhere. And I think that's priceless, that you can actually do that for people, with people, is help them engineer that new thought or that new action, the new intention after all the clearing. And I think it is a very energetic shamanic thing to know, to do, and to explain. So I just want to honor you for that.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for bringing it in. I think it's essential.
It's
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, and like you said, not many people talk about it. And I think it could be one, because you come, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it, because after a while you come back to your old patterns, and what you need to do, you get back to the therapist, right? So this is one explanation. Or they don't know how to do it. So in either ways, they just leave that. And this is why money mindset and affirmation are not going to take you there. They're just like a little top up that you can do, but it's not going to take you there, right? First, you need to go, if you want to lose weight, you need to change your lifestyle. You need to go on to that, maybe a drastic diet at the beginning, but then you need to change your lifestyle. Otherwise, you're going to come back. And it's the same. It's the same for this work. Elena's saying, how much is the offer? So it's $995 normally. This is $595. And it's a big, like I said, I just did it for this amazing group because I like to work with women of truth and thought leaders. So
wonderful. Thank you so much. So does anybody want to finish off with just anything, insight, piece, something they learned tonight? Anybody want to contribute something that they learned from Alex tonight?
Something that will stay with you.
Yeah, it's always helpful for a trainer, teacher, speaker to get the feedback from the group. So if you can share something that really helped you or showed you something you didn't think about before, and you'd like to share it with us here, that will be very helpful. And you say then for the offer, it's $595 if anybody wants to join.
And I'll put my website again. You can get it on the website. And we are in a new moon period. So this week would be a very good week to do it. If you like to work with the moon.
We are actually at with the moon cycle this we're in the bit almost getting to new moon, or where are we?
We had a new moon on Sunday. And so this is tonight, if you're lucky, maybe Heleniq, you should see the moon in the sky. It's cloudy in London, so the moon. But to concentrate on what your true wealth really is. Yes. Yes, what you value as wealth. Totally.
Wonderful. How do people get to you if they are interested in the offer, and how long do they have to respond, Alex?
So the offer they can get from my website, breathingheart.co.uk/program. And the offer for this group is until tomorrow. Fashion for the Soul, which is the other program which I love, that's I think $295 for 3 weeks. It's a group offer, and we're starting in December. So the offer will be there till the end of November.
Excellent.
It will be a lot of fun. That will be a lot of fun.
Can I ask you to explain the offer just a little bit more? So it's a personal session with you, and then it's a week of very specific group program.
Yes, so in the first week, we're really going to have a one-to-one where I'm going to scan your energy field, scan, what's going on in your subconscious, that it's preventing you from reaching where you want to go. So generally, people that did that was doing 5,000 pounds a month, wanted to shift to 10,000 pounds a month. What do I do? Some of them, they just started from being employed to their new job. And that's the lady that got the 35 leads, by the way. So she went from being employed to no no, no paycheck, starting your own business, 35 leads, boom, and a high ticket offer, all of that. So we identify what's in the way, we remove that, right? We replace it with an empowering belief. And during the whole week, you've got a series of work play that I designed for you. So you watch the videos, you've got meditations, affirmation, you've got the videos that tells you what to do, and we communicate because it's triggering you. It's going to, bring things to the surface. Oh, this is happening. Why is this happening? We remove it, we replace it with empowering belief. We remove it, we replace it. So 1 week intensive. So ideally you want to do it where you leave things out of the way. If you're already working 13 hours a week and you say, I'm going to do this before I go to bed, probably not the best way to do it. And at the end of the week, we have another call where we go through, what happened for you, and just, I call it a reactivation, just to turn that button on a little bit more. And incredible things happen. It's intense. That's why I'm saying it's intense. I want to say it, right? Things are going to come up, but it's better out. It's like when you eat some poisonous food, you don't want to keep it and don't know it's there, right? You want to purge it. It's not good in the process, but then you feel like $1 million, and you can make $1 million if you're there. So that's the offer. I love it. It's been channeled to me, and yeah.
Thank you. Okay, ladies, anybody want to offer that insight, little highlight, what they got, what they learned, pearl of wisdom, anything? Okay, well, I really do hope that
so much
all understood something from this masterclass with Alex Vitillo. Maybe you can also go and check out her website and her LinkedIn and get an idea of really what that real grounding energy is like, even though it sits inside all this very strong economic background and also very spiritual, powerful shamanic energy. And then you can also check out a website and the offer again and see if it's something you want to take on. Alex, I'm very grateful to have had you here sharing your beautiful wisdom with us and shining your glory onto this group and online with all of us.
My pleasure.
We're going to be featuring you in our book next year, where we are actually showcasing amazing thought leaders for the future. And I really loved seeing you in your flow and just really, showing how important it is to do this work, because I do think a lot of us are carrying a lot of generational messaging about not pushing too much, not expanding too far, not wanting, more than your share. And there's a lot of kind of contraction that's sort of built in to us as women. And I really appreciated seeing your testimonials, because I can understand women really, not just doing the work, but actually being in the mode where you implement what you're learning onto whatever it is you're trying to create in your life, and it actually having an effect in all areas. I think this is such an important realization of how relationships change, how much we love changes, how much we can receive changes. I remember hearing some amazing people also years ago talk about how your capacity to earn money is pretty much the same as your capacity to truly love or truly be loved.
And if I can share, Heleniq, because I'm so excited about that, one thing that I didn't share and didn't come across, but I think 3 of these people that we were working on building their business and making these changes financially, one was in a relationship, wanted to get married, and during this exact week he proposed, so she was so happy. And another one was out of a relationship for years, and she was saying, I'm not interested in a relationship, and all of a sudden found the love of my life. She went from boom. And another person, this was a man, he was out of relationship, I think 3 years, not even thinking about a relationship. And all of a sudden he said, this gorgeous woman messaged me and she wanted to take me out, and she lives the next village on the road. And, they've been together ever since. So again, is this a coincidence that they're showing up for a week intensive? And okay, the guy, we worked a little bit longer after that, but all of this love coming through, right? While they were working on their business. To me, I mean, I'm a matchmaker as well. I don't advertise it much, but it's one of my life. And it's just so beautiful. Like, it gets me excited, right? That people are showing up for one reason, and all of a sudden, boom, they've got a bonus, the cherry on the top. So, and it's love. I love love. So, yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Yeah, I think it's such an important point, the integration of all of our lives and our lifestyle really expanding. So to all of you on YouTube, you caught the end of this wonderful masterclass. You can catch many more on Monday nights, 7 p.m. Central Eastern Time. We only have a few more on truth marketing, but next year, 2021, we'll have many on health and really how to integrate body and mind and how to meet spirit with science in the way that we deal with our own well-being and our own health awareness in life, and how to take real responsibility for our well-being, our health, and the way we harmonize with the planet. Tonight you heard Alex Vitillo. She's a financial expert, as you can hear, but also someone deeply trained in shamanic practices. She calls herself a priestess and works very much between the lines, I would say.
You can say that, between the worlds.
I think that's the real phrase. It's really between these different ways that we divide the world up. Like Alex really crosses all those edges. So thanks so much to all of you here again for making this all possible, giving the live energy to it all. And I'll see you next Monday night. And to everybody else online, you can follow the links and go onto websites, check out the different people that you see showcased here, and follow what they're doing, because they're all recommended experts, thought leaders, and in this case for truth marketing and the future of the new wave of business that we're all working to reshape. Thank you so much, Alex. Take care, everyone. Good night. Bye.